The sum of all the lower chakras combined equals the vibration of your crown chakra. The combination of all the lower chakras combined creates the vibration and frequency of your crown chakra. If your crown chakra is dissonant, your reality is going to be dissonant. If your crown chakra is distorted, your reality will be distorted. All pain and discomfort in the body stems from blockages of energy and flow through the lower chakras. These chakras are lights because we are made of light. So when the pure white light enters through the feet and through the head, it goes through this energetic body, and all the chakras emit light and frequency. When we achieve full resonance, all of these colored lights combine together to go into the crown chakra, which again is the sum and total of all the other chakras. And when this happens, the colors all go back to the pure white light. It enters as pure white light, goes through your chakra system, creating the colors, and then they all converge and merge back together in the crown chakra. This is why halos are painted above saints and masters. So when these chakras are dirty or out of alignment, or just simply our mind and our thoughts are not in coherence with the chakras, distortion is created. Distortion leads to bodily ailments. Any bodily ailment that manifests stems from this, can be traced to this. So the immediate work for the awakening one is to put focus on these chakras. We're going to go inward. And we can start in the basement or the base. The first three chakras below the heart chakra: red, orange, yellow, the fire of self. What have we put in the basement of ourselves? What parts of ourselves did we say, that is bad? Maybe something terrible happened at some point in your life, and because that was bad and you're associated with it, it became bad. So that part of you became bad, and you placed that part of yourself in the basement and said, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to look at that. That's uncomfortable. I want to feel good. I only want the euphoria of awakening. But there's an uncomfortable, distressing even part that must be gone through. This is called the shadow work. So whatever parts of ourself we suppressed and made to stay in the basement, you have to open the door and invite everyone out. All parts of yourself that you had judged in some way. And reconcile that. I know there's a lot of women that had experiences in their younger life that they became, and this applies to men too, but I'm just saying, it seems to happen a lot with women. And they became the wounded, hurt little girl. And she was made to stay in the basement of self. She had already caused enough problem or drama with the occurrence that it was best just to not speak about it or think about it or feel it ever again, because it's unpleasant. But that is the very thing that must be done again, so that these chakras can be cleansed and healed and emit the divine frequency they are meant to emit. And when all of them are working in this coherence, they become the sum of your crown chakra, which is the power center of God and man combined. And what you are able to co-create from that place is unlimited if there are not hindrances and blockages in the chakras leading up to the crown chakra. Most of the problems that humanity has stems from the lower chakras. because they never even made it past or to the central heart chakra. Love and service. But let us say you have. You've moved beyond the heart chakra. Perhaps you're at the threshold of a truly illuminated crown chakra. But there's something going on in your fourth chakra, the sky blue chakra, the voice. Are you still suppressing speaking when you feel to speak, when you know that you have something to say, but you feel like an alien in a strange world? And so perhaps they are going to look at you like you're an alien. So we hold the tongue. We don't speak. And this is causing some type of distortion in that chakra. It could manifest as problems with the voice. Keeping the little girl locked in the basement could manifest as cyclical things that keep occurring. Things that make you go, why is this occurring again? Why is this happening again? So we must endeavor to be whole beings. And to be a whole being, all parts of self, the good, the bad, the ugly, all has to be integrated and transmuted, forgiven, and set free. It's okay. It's all okay. Yeah, but you don't know what I went through. It is okay. Because you are now in the present moment. And from the present moment, with an illuminated crown chakra, you can co-create anything, including alternate timelines. So to do the inner work, we go within. We visit each chakra and we feel the feelings that are there. Yeah, but what if they're terrible feelings? Feel them. Feel them one last time so that you can release them. Give that wounded, hurt little girl a big hug and tell her it's okay. You don't ever have to stay in the cellar again. You're free now. This will not be instantaneous. Like I said, this will not be comfortable, probably. But this is what's holding you back if you're being held back. If you feel like something is holding you back, somehow, somewhere, some way, then this is what it is. You must do the shadow work. Let's say you grew up in a religion, and that religion told you to look upon a woman with lust makes you a sinner, makes you a bad person. You should not be doing that. And you, trying to be agreeable, agreed. You were like, yeah, that's probably right. That's probably right. But then you found yourself as a man and as a woman lusting. You saw someone you liked, that you were attracted to, and you had feelings about it. But then you were reminded in your mind, but my religion says that that's bad and wrong. And so how do I resolve that? You take that part of yourself and you put it in the basement. And you say, that part of me must stay hidden. That part of me is bad. That part of me is a sinner. You know how they like to remind everybody, you're all sinners. Which is another way of saying you're all bad. You're all bad people. You've all done bad things. Well, man, I'm trying to be a good religious person, or I'm trying to be a good spiritual person. I can't be this lustful, sinning, bad person too. So I must put that part of myself in the cellar and keep it quiet. Keep the door shut. And we don't look at what's in there, and we don't talk about what's in there. And that makes you a fractured person. And those chakras are going to have distortions. And those distortions come out in a myriad of ways, most of which are not good. You know, your serial killer types that take women into their dungeons and what have you stems directly from this suppression of this desire that was, we were told, you know, it's bad, it's sinful, you're bad, you're sinful if you do it or if you think that. It's totally natural tendency for us to be attracted to each other, right? That's how babies get created. It's built in. Now, does that mean you just go out and go nuts? Of course not. Nobody's saying that. See, but they made you to feel, well, even if you thought about something lustful, that's bad. You have sinned. God is not happy. which is complete fallacy. Part of religion's got many fallacies designed to control. But how are they controlling through that? Because they're placing guilt upon you that you're then placing upon parts of yourself, and then you're putting those parts of yourself in the cellar, in the basement, and keeping the door locked on it. That's how they're controlling you. What does that do? That keeps your chakras from shining properly. That keeps distortion and energy blockages in your chakras. And again, if all that's going on within your energetic body, by the time you get to your crown chakra, you never get to pass over to the crown chakra. You never make it to the crown chakra. It never fully illuminates because it's got too much blockages and too much distortion. So they controlled us by not allowing us to illuminate the crown chakra and proclaim and co-create from there, which again, anything becomes possible from there. And see, we had to do it. It's not like they controlled us and forced us. They just manipulated us. And inadvertently controlled us, right? Because if you never reach that level, again, and you're going to have what? If you have a bunch of distortions and blockages in your energetic bodies, what else are you going to have with that? You're going to have maladies. You're going to have ailments. You're going to have things that pop up, and you're going to be like, man, why is this happening? What is going on with this? Oh, look what's happening to me. I have no control over any of it. It just happens. But that's a complete lie if we are the co-creators of our realities. So somebody's been lying. Somebody's been deceiving. And all of it was meant to, again, keep us from illuminating the crown chakra, where we become powerful co-creators that are not held back by anything, not limited by anything, not hindered by anything. So as I've gone through this process, I got a quartz crystal, which I didn't even know this until recently, is known as the Master Healer. And by placing this quartz crystal on the places of pain, and if, let's say, there is no pain, let's say you don't have any like physical pain, you put the crystal on the chakra that you're working with. Again, this is going to take time and effort. It's going to take learning. It's going to take feeling your way into it. You're going to have to follow intuition. You're going to have to silence the noise. But then you take this crystal and you begin working with these chakras toward cleansing, toward Again, seeing things that you may not want to look at, things that you may not have looked at in a long time within yourself, parts of yourself. Again, those suppressed parts of yourself that you had deemed bad, and whatever other labels that you put on it. And as you work through this process and as you do this, your clarity really intensifies. Your burden disappears. The weight of life becomes not so heavy. And slowly but surely, your crown chakra begins shining brighter and brighter and brighter. And from here, you are unstoppable. We leave you in this luminous love, unity, and light of the infinite Creator. Until we meet again.